YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Ray. I am the original ordinary guy. Back again, another video. Late start, well, pretty regular start. Headed to the gym right now. I got a push and pull today. So, oh no, I just got push. My bad. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. My sinuses are kicking my ass, but we still gonna get to the money. Now, I had a supporter ask me, can I talk about aging? Being an aging man and finding peace without family and kids. And I said, of course. Because I looked at my people. I looked at who's watching me. And the majority of people that are watching me is from like 25 to their 40s. So those are guys about to be in their 30s or guys in their mid 20s, late 30s, late 20s, so on. So of course I can talk about it. Now, the one thing I will tell you is I'm not one of those guys that hate on family relations. I'm a family guy. I believe in the family. That's why I don't date single mothers, right? That's why I don't entertain being a stepfather. That's why I don't entertain being second in line, because I cherish families. I want to cherish my own family, my own bloodline, and I respect and cherish other people's families on how they conduct what they conduct. Now, a lot of us this age, it's so easy for us to cope because it's like, oh, it's doomed. We're not going to find a woman. Then we're not going to have kids because of how the society is going right now. I've talked about it plenty of times. Men are being taxed out. We're being paid. We're being bought out pretty much of the family dynamics. And not to get too, radical with you guys, but politics and feminism, this new age feminism and liberals and things of that nature, they're pushing towards single motherhood. They love that single motherhood, which is stupid to me, but more power to them because it always bites them in the ass. So you're being pushed out, you're being kicked out. Your toxic masculinity is being put on Front Street, which there is no such thing as toxic masculinity, but they have gotten so many men to believe that toxic masculinity is alive and well and is strong that they just say, you know what, I'm gonna just stay in the house. I'd rather not. I'd rather be masculine in my own house than be judged when I'm out and about being masculine, which is what a lot of men have resulted in. And which is why I say a lot of men quit. A lot of men have quit. So ongoing with your age, ongoing with, okay, I look around me, I don't have a family, I don't have any kids. A lot of men in their head is like, okay, what's the point? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Like, what am I? That's why a lot of men take themselves out. You know what? Boom, forget it. There's no point in me living here if society is against me and having kids and a wife. How am I supposed to fulfill my duty as a man? How am I supposed to procreate? How am I supposed to multiply if everything is going against me every time I walk out the house? So you yourself will have to just find things, not to cope, but to not necessarily saying like get over it, but just to say, hey man, you have to find other things that fulfill you. You have to do, I always say you have to do hard things. Doing something hard, doing something difficult always gives me fulfillment. Because I feel like laying with a woman and having a child, I feel like that's pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? Not to downplay it because it's very important, but that's one of the ways I'll be like, you know what? I see. I'm not oblivious to the forecast of society. I'm not dumb. I can see what they're doing. I can see what they're pushing. I can see the narrative that they're pushing. And like I said, a lot of guys look at that and be like, okay, that's the narrative. I won't go against that narrative. Me, I'm 100% against that whole narrative. You won't see me supporting none of that. I don't care what nobody says. If you've been on this channel long enough, you know I don't care what people say. You know I'm gonna do what I want to do, what's good for my life and those that, that I'm protecting and providing for now and in the future. So you gotta do things that fulfill you. I do a lot of things that fulfill me, even if it's small things. See, we want to go big, we want to go grand, and I get that. I want to go grand too. I've already went grand. I moved out of Texas. I moved to Charlotte. I went grand. You understand me? Now I'm picking up those small wins. Okay. And then I went grand. I went big on working on me, whatever that was, personal things. So that gave me so much fulfillment. But if I stop there and I'd be like, okay, I'm done. And then I'm looking at social media and then I'm looking at people be getting cucked out, getting emasculated, and it's becoming so normal. Now I'm like, oh damn, that's what's next for me. Yes, only if you stop moving. So I can't tell you exactly what to do, but you must find fulfillment in something. I'm gonna give you a suggestion. I'm around a bunch of good guys, man. And within those good guys, within those fellas, it's not a lot, but within those group of guys, there's guys that have kids and there's guys that don't. And I'm able to be socializing with both groups. It keeps me on my toes because I'm looking at what they're going through. I'm looking at how they're doing it, and I'm taking notes. I'm taking mental notes. Even though if I'm not physically doing it, I'm taking mental notes. I'm not just blindly having conversations. No, I'm looking at tonality. I'm looking at delivery. I'm looking at cadence. I'm looking at how their body posture is when they talk about their wife or their woman, their fiance, their girlfriend, and their kids. I'm looking at it. A lot of guys are in bad positions. A lot of guys are in bad positions. And not to say that gives me fulfillment, but that just lets me know, okay, I feel fulfilled that I didn't go the path he went. And if he can explain to me what happened, boom, then I won't go through it. If he can explain me his mistakes, then boom, I won't go through it. Because we all want kids. We all want, not necessarily a wife, but we all want a companion, a caregiver. You know what I'm saying? A feminine woman, a soft feminine woman, whether you want to get married legally or not, or, common law. And another thing, I know a lot of guys are going to say, just go overseas. That's up in the air too, for me as well. Go overseas. The West, I'll say it, the West is cooked. When you talk about women, when you talk about even men, when you talk about relationships in general, the West is cooked. Like, it's bad. I'm not going to it's really bad. So if you don't have your money up, if you don't have, your life together, your body up, I would say, man, what I'm about to go do right now, that fulfills me. Go work out. If you don't have those things that have you in shape here and here, you won't be fulfilled. And then when you go overseas thinking that you're the man, you're going to get cucked out of that situation as well. So yes, overseas is good, is one of the main options, I would say. But don't go over there a loser. Don't go over there looking like a loser with a loser mentality, with a bitter mind state. Go over there on a mission, on a purpose. I want woman, and I want kids. A real woman. I want a real woman, and I want to raise my kids as a masculine man, because the West is trying to take away your masculinity. Now, if you, like me, I don't give a damn. So we fighting over here, but a lot of guys don't want to fight. They say it's pointless. I'm not saying fighting for women, but as I'm right here in the West, I'm going to fight for my masculinity. Now, nobody's going to deter me from masculinity. I don't care about none of that soft ass shit everybody's trying to push on me, which I constantly get social media, even on some of my comments on TikTok. A lot of people don't like me, which means I'm doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the love as well. I mean, also another sign I'm doing the right thing, and that fulfills me. I am fulfilled because I don't have to tuck ass. You understand? A lot of men are in a position where they have to tuck ass and they can't say what they want to say because you've been programmed. They've already gotten in your head, shut up. Nobody cares what you think. That's misogynistic. If I walk out the house and I haven't said a word and people label me misogynistic, I ain't got nothing to lose. What I got to lose? You already think something of me without even knowing who I am. So I'm about to let it fly. I'm not going to go out of my way to get in somebody else's way. But when it's my turn to talk, I'm going to talk. And that fulfills me. And every time I put this mic on and cut this camera on, it's my turn to talk. Regardless of what everybody else is talking about, it's my turn to talk. No doom and gloom, because I don't do the doom and gloom. I don't have the doom and gloom. But yes, you're aging. Yes, you're getting up in age. But as I get up in age, I'm 33, fellas. That's why I like y'all correct me. That's why when I see the demographic, I be like, oh, these guys are my age group. They millennials. You know what I'm saying? Got some Gen Zs too, but majority of people are millennials. So when I see that, I be like, okay, these guys can relate. And they see me. You know what I'm saying? They see me. Like when you get on here and you see me, and you see my attitude, and then you say, oh, he's 33, he's doing this, he's in good shape, skin glowing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his damn thing. He always at it. He's always active. His mindset is good. I'm not perfect, but okay, people look at, okay, that's something to look forward to. That's a mindset I could get to. And my mindset got to get better as well. But when I get on this mic and stuff, I'm fulfilled. I love this. I love speaking how I speak and talking how I talk and walking how I walk. It fulfills me, bro. So we all look at life like you don't gotta hit a home run every time you get to the plate, man. Every time you get in the batter's box, you don't gotta be thinking, okay, home run, home. Nah, little bunt. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do RBIs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do a sac fly. You know, I love baseball. Sometimes you gotta do a sac fly. And then as you're doing your sac flies, you're doing your RBI singles or doubles, you're gonna look up one day and the bases are loaded. And the pitcher gonna throw you the softest pitch you ever seen in your life, and you're gonna grand slam it. That's your big jump right there. That's one of the big jumps that you gotta do to get the small wins first. You don't win 2 games, 3 games in a row, and then okay, you good enough to go to the World Series. It don't work like that. So I would say, I guess this is advice. I would say get those small wins. I look at me being up every day, living life as a small win, bro. Being able to work out at a nice, pristine gym, that's a small win for me. Me being able to clock in, get some money, that's a small win for me. Me being able to move out here to Charlotte, that's one of the big wins for me. But you got to stack them up, and then before you know it, boom, you hit that grand slam, fellas. So I understand. It's not. A lot of us are not in the ideal position that we thought we was going to be. Hell, I would even say a lot of us are not in the position at this age in our 30s that we were sold. I was sold something just like you were sold something. And instead of returning it or throwing it out, a lot of people kept it. I end up throwing it out. I said, no, I'm going to buy something else. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go against that because it's not working out for me. It's just not working out for me. So I want kids. I want a woman that's a fit, feminine, friendly, and compliant woman. We all want that. You want that. And I understand. But just because you don't have it at the moment doesn't mean that you're not fulfilled. This doesn't mean you can't find things that fulfill you. Because a lot of people will tell you that, oh, you don't need that, man. Damn that. I love me a fit, feminine, friendly, and compliant woman. And you also have to know when to pursue that as well. If you're not in a fulfilled position to pursue that, then you need to go work on something. Me, I'm not in a position, I can see that. And that's another thing how I stay fulfilled as well. Being realistic with myself. I'm not psyop. I'm not dumb. I'm not oblivious to my situation that I'm currently in. But a lot of guys are, because like I said, they've been sold this dream. You guys been sold this ultimate ultra alpha dream, and you're not that. You're you. You are on a page. Right? Let me break it down and I'm gonna end the video. You are on a page. And that's why a lot of you guys are here. I understand that. A lot of you guys are in the same situation as me or similar to me. You're on a page of a guy that's original and ordinary. I'm not special. I put in my work. I grab the belt and I put belt to ass. That's just what I do. A lot of you guys might look at that and say, well, that's a damn good strategy you got there, Ray. I wish I could do that. You can. We all are capable. But like I said, you guys want to hit home runs every time you're at the batter's box. It don't work like that. Get those small wins. Understand what I do this for, what you do this for. And let's come together and let's do this. Let's take this back, man. Instead of running, instead of shutting down, instead of crying and complaining, let's take this back. And I guarantee you, I'm doing whatever I can. I'm doing my part to take this back, all right? So the gym is right here. It's another, she beautiful. It's another beautiful day out here in CLT, man. This is advice. One day at a time. Stack up those wins, fellas. Small wins, and then you're going to get your championship sooner or later, I promise you. That's another day in reality for your ass. Love.